Where is the president of the zoo from? Those that are ruling in his name is Fulani. To tell you that their northernization first agenda is now complete. Totally complete, they have done it. Where is their president from? Fulani. Chief of Staff, Fulani. Chief Justice of Nigeria, Fulani. Senate President of Nigeria is Kanu, of course, is Fulani. Deputy Speaker is Fulani. The Army Chief of Staff is Fulani. Navy Chief is Fulani. Police IG Fulani. DSS is Fulani. National Intelligence Agency Fulani. National Security Advisor is Kanu, of course, is John Jawid. Why do you hate Igbo people? I want to prove to all the Fulani that the hatred today in the sea was brought about by Fulani John Jawid. Is it very clear to you now how they are? Is it very clear? Listen to the minister. Minister of Defense, Fulani. Minister of Finance, Fulani. Somebody that studied Sharia law is the head of the judicial system. Fulani. Is it very clear to you now how they work? This is what God's Republic. Federal Capital Territory, Fulani. Agriculture, Fulani. Police Affairs, Fulani. Aviation, Fulani. Communication, Fulani. Power, Fulani. Water resources, Fulani. Everything is Fulani. All the 19 northern governors are Fulani except Benue, Plateau, Taraba, and Kogi. Every northern apart from 4. The rest are all Fulani. Is it very clear to you now how they work? This is what God's Republic. Because Fulani have a game plan. From the word go, their game plan is to dominate and subjugate. Dominate and subjugate. Where is their president from? Fulani. Chief of Staff, Fulani. Chief Justice of Nigeria, Fulani. Senate President of Nigeria is Kanu, of course, is Fulani. Deputy Speaker is Fulani. The Army Chief of Staff is Fulani. Navy Chief is Fulani. Police IG Fulani. DSS is Fulani. National Intelligence Agency Fulani. National Security Advisor is Kanu, of course, is Fulani. Minister of Defense Fulani. Fulani. Minister of Finance Fulani. Is it very clear to you now how they work? This is what God's Republic. Federal Capital Territory Fulani. Agriculture Fulani. Police Affairs Fulani. Aviation Fulani. Communication Fulani. Power Fulani. Water resources Fulani. Everything is Fulani. Every northern apart from 4. The rest are all Fulani. Some revelations, because some of us also have our own intelligence networks.
Okay.
Have met with some of the bandits. We have met with some of their high commanders. They told us that one of the northern governors is the commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria. Boko Haram and the bandits are one and the same thing. They have a sophisticated network. During this lockdown, their planes were moving up and down as though there was no lockdown. Moving ammunitions, moving logistics, moving money, and distributing them in different parts of the country. They're already in the south, in the rainforest of the south. They're everywhere. They told us that when they finish these rural killings, they will move to phase 2. The phase 2 is they will go into the urban cities, going from house to house, killing prominent people. I can tell you, this is the game plan. By 2022, we want to start a civil war in Nigeria.
Mark my words, war will soon break out in Nigeria. Olusegun Obasanjo. Another civil war in Nigeria has become imminent and inevitable. The reason for its inevitability is simply because Muhammadu Buhari, the northern Nigeria Fulani oligarchs and the wider network of Fulani in sub-Saharan Africa have concluded plans to adopt Nigeria as the homeland for all Fulani in Africa. Fulani have realized that the wandering and ruthless lifestyle of cattle herding is no longer tenable in the 21st century. Fulani need to have land to call home and rear cattle, and that land should be Nigeria. The indigenous peoples of Nigeria have clearly, vehemently and stridently opposed this diabolic plan, and both sides are mobilizing for war. The Fulani won't relent, and the indigenous people will not give up their land. The same Fulani project, having failed so shamelessly and woefully in the Central African Republic, will not be allowed to fail this time, as the Nigerian Fulani project is better funded with the massive stealing of the sovereign wealth of Nigeria through nationwide kidnapping for ransom by lower class Fulani and the seizure of the reins of government and wealth by the elite Fulani. Kidnapping and the seizure of the institutions of government are all for the purpose of implanting Fulani into the mainstream and control of politics and the economy of Nigeria for the objective of funding the Fulani project in Nigeria. The Central African Republic, CAR, has gone through exact same experience that Nigeria is going through right now in the hands of the Fulani. The country has been run down by the killings and destitution wrought by rival gangs in the fight to destroy the chokehold the Fulani had on the politics and economy of their country. Although the Fulani hegemony over the CAR has been defeated, the street gangs that defeated the armed forces have turned on one another and themselves, unable to rise above petty gang warfare to rebuild their nation. The Fulani have become a blight on Africa and its biggest country, Nigeria. Unable to break out of its centuries-old cow-herding and wandering culture, it continues to pull down every nation wherever it has any populations. Some countries in West Africa, Ghana and their ancestral home Guinea, have mastered the brutal tactics of dealing with Fulani, and the Fulani have learned the bitter lesson by staying away from these countries. In the CAR, the Fulani, following the pattern of their ethnocentric politics, had seized control of the commanding heights of the country's military and financial institutions, the foreign exchange trade, the mining and export of gold, and above all the governing structures of government. Mitchell Jatodia, a harebrained military officer, and his Fulani faction seized power in a brazen coup by a demographic minority. All the non-Fulani military officers were flushed out of the forces. All the mineral deposits in the country were seized by Fulani merchants. Non-Fulani traders were barred from trading in foreign exchange, and the entire top echelon of the civil service were occupied by Fulani by as much as 83%. France. The former colonial masters of CAR watched them do all these over the years and did not raise a protest. As in Nigeria, the Fulani were just 3% of the population of CAR, tucked in the desert recesses of the nation's northwest. No world or regional power raised a whimper, even though the ethnic groups of the rich southern forest regions rolled. In CAR, the Fulani went even beyond the provocative, as they are doing now in Nigeria. They started seizing ethnic lands, raiding churches and killing worshippers, the most brazen being the attack on Our Lady of Fatima Catholic Church in a town near Bangui, the capital, where dozens of Catholic faithful were massacred during Mass. The Fulani used their cattle bases allotted by government to launch attacks